And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best.
Coming to you live
from Skywalker Studios.
What's going on, Cowboys Nation? Welcome to another episode of the Late Night Hype. We got two special guests in the building today. Safety for the Cowboys, Luther Kirk, and later on in the show, 105 through the fans, R.J. Choppy. But first, let's party.
Let's go. Get drunk. Here we go.
Oh, yeah, we bringing it with energy, Luther. We're bringing it with energy.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? What is up, everybody?
Man, it's
As y'all
good
can
to be
see.
here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How you doing, Law Nation?
Man, I'm doing great, man.
How you doing, Big Game James?
You know how we do it with my homies. Let's do it.
But where is our manners, man? How are you doing? Newly signed Cowboy safety rookie, Luther Kirk, man. What's going on, brother?
What's going on, y'all, man? I'm doing great. Feeling great to be here.
Indeed, man. We was chatting it up before the show, man. Some good laughs. Some good laughs, bro. You good people.
Yeah, man.
Remember he got the old soul.
Yeah. Old soul.
Remember, he got the old soul.
But when your name is Luther, his mama named him Luther. We gonna call him Luther.
Oh, Luther. Oh.
That's Mr. Vandross.
Vandross.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. Listen, Luther. First of all, man, thank you for joining us on the show. We're an upstart Cowboys show, and it's been rolling with some steam, and we wanted to get a rookie on here, and couldn't be more happy that it was you at a position. Now, we just got done talking to a former All-Pro, Pro Bowl, Hall of Fame, Ring of Honor, Darren Woodson. We had him on the show last week.
Yeah, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, and I know you grew up in Texas, right?
Yep.
You were a Cowboy fan. Do you know your history of Woody, or is that a little bit too?
See, I will say, I ain't picked up on my history till around, I ain't really get into it till around like 2002, 2003.
Okay. Oh, so that's right at the end of Woody. So you
Right.
Williams.
Yeah.
Oh, so you was in the dark ages with Dave Campbell. You was in the dark ages. You a true fan.
Yeah.
Woo. Hey, you never folded, right? You still represented. Okay.
Not
Just
to
gotta
the
make
day,
sure. Yeah.
Hey, real quick before we get into all things here, shout out to all the the viewers in the chat here. We are already a couple hundred deep in here live as we speak. And they saying flex, Luther flex. So they already. I'm telling you, we talked about Cowboys Nation,
flex?
man.
They got flex one? I mean, I get a little.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hey, he tall too. Hey, he fit the description, y'all. So he already good because Al Harris and them, they said they like the tall corners.
Tall.
We do.
So did you? Well, I know we kind of jumping right into it, but did you play a little corner? I know you're a safety, but did they have you kind of play some corner at Illinois State?
Yeah, when I first came in, I was getting recruited. There was a corner, and I played there my freshman year until they made that change my freshman year to safety.
Okay, that makes sense. Because earlier I saw it was cornerback and then safety, so I'm like, well, should we address him at safety or corner?
Yeah.
But I do know that we didn't draft any safeties in the draft, and we only signed one safety in free agency, and that was you. My question to you is, did that mean something to you? Did you talk to George Edwards or Will McClay and ask, hey, I'm the only safety. It must mean something if I'm the only guy you brought in the whole entire rookie draft class. How did that feel when you got drafted or when you got signed by the Cowboys?
Yeah, I mean, I got the chance to be in touch with McClay, and you know, during that process, you know, not a lot of people know, but you know, during the end of the draft, you know, you start getting calls for, you know, the free agency deal.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, I'm getting to talk to a few teams, but you know, I'm getting to really know, you know, how interested in me they are at the same time, just to hear, you know, just to go through that whole draft and, you know, hear their interest in me, you know, see that they had respect for my game. And it's Cowboys, man. I just
growing up in
feel
Texas,
such a life
I know
opportunity,
you was
man.
like, man,
Man, you was livid. What? Hey, let me ask you this: can you play around the box, or are you more of a free? Where's your comfort spot?
Yeah, man. I think I was doing it all. People really check out the film, you know, for my past 2 years at Illinois State. You know, I would say my junior year, I was really more free, but this past season I was really more in the box. So, you know, it was never really anything for me just to go back and forth, man. I love it all regardless. And I got the blitz more this year too, so I was really down there.
I like hearing that.
So did you have like 3 sacks or so? How many sacks you had? You was on.
Yeah, it was 3. I think it was 3.
About 3 of them, right?
Yeah.
And I saw you jump the route, man. How did that feel, man?
on that pick,
Man, you know, them always feel great, dude. That's like perfect timing. That's like a sweet home run.
that pick
Yeah,
six.
explain to the nation, man. In high school, you played a little on the other side of the ball, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And you was talking about before we went live, like 95, you was talking about that you love the ball in your hand. So talk to the people about that.
Yeah, man. Just I was playing quarterback. I actually got moved to quarterback like my sophomore year, and I was trying to play defense still.
Mm-hmm.
You know, getting thrown back to quarterback. But yeah, it was, man, just to have that ball in my hand, be able to take control of the game. I couldn't really ask for more, and I had the talent to do it. It wasn't really overly much of a thrower, but you know, my legs would never fail me.
Well, we need that on defense.
Yeah.
We desperately need you and all the safeties to get as many turnovers as possible.
Yeah.
Did you talk to George or Mike Nolan about where they want to see you play at, or just don't know yet because of the whole COVID thing?
Yeah, man, it's been rough. You know, when we doing film and stuff, you just got to soak up all the information. You know, just as far as me doing both safeties and, you know, even just hearing them talk about the nickel spot, I just suck up as much information as I can, you know, through them film sets.
Hey, okay, I got a quick question for you.
Yes, sir.
You were just talking about the virtual meetings. Now, a lot of the smaller schools they were frustrated because the COVID had came in and you didn't do a lot of the pre-draft and your individual kind of showings for your teams.
Yeah.
Do you think that really kind of hurt you as well as far as maybe going undrafted? Because I was looking at some publications and some draft gyms and they had you like a 4th and 5th round draft pick. So do you think that kind of hurt you as far as why you didn't get drafted, in your opinion?
Man, I think so. Cause I know I've always believed in my talent. You know, my circle believed in my talent, and as you say, you know, those news reports, you know, I was being projected as a, you know, high mid to late round draft pick. So I just think, you know, it's unfortunate, you know, and a lot of people didn't really get that chance to get seen. You know, not just me, but people still getting the opportunities at the end of the day, and at the end of the day, that's really all I can ask for. But yeah, man, it's rough. We didn't get a lot of chances that a lot of people have gotten in the past.
I think you have a great opportunity on this team because, I mean, I'm pretty sure you and your agent, you studied the team before you decide to sign, even though it is the Cowboys and you grew up a Cowboys fan. But I'm sure if you was coming on the team with 2 All-Pros and solidified veteran backups for 2 to 3 years, it'd be tough to crack that roster. But this team is in flux at safety position. Let's just be honest. We like Xavier Woods here on the show. We like, you know, Clinton Dix, but the future is very, you know, there's not much of a future for young players. And, you know, is that something that maybe you guys looked at when deciding on your team and getting an opportunity, a real opportunity?
Yeah. No, I mean, that's most definitely a big key. Seeing how many people they're bringing in, see, you know, who's already there, just to see, you know, where is my best opportunity to really make a team and really fit a roster. And, you know, all the checks started lining up or being checked off there at the Cowboys, you know, as far as how high my chances are. And, man, just that and the interest they had in me, you know, and them not taking a safety through the whole draft for this thing, you know, the opportunity was most definitely there for it.
Oh, for sure. Did you have something low? I'm sorry.
No. I'm just letting
I got
the young
something for
boys
you. I
speak.
got this something for you, LK.
Yeah.
You was the MVP in that East West. Was it the East West Shrine game?
Yeah, it was
You had an interception. You had 2 tackles. Tell me how that kind of felt. Coming in, maybe maybe felt coming under the radar, and then kind of
Yeah.
showing out in that game. Tell me how that kind of felt, in that game and taking that award, and tell me what do you feel is your best thing that you can add to the Cowboys if McClay comes, not McClay, if Mike McCarthy says this is my guy I want, tell me why you are going to be an asset to the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, man. I think it was huge, man. Because not a lot of people really know about too much of how the FCS, the type of ball that we playing. But man, it's good ball. It's talent, everywhere. Obviously, we seen that with dudes from D2 and stuff getting drafted early.
Mm-hmm.
But man, it's talent at the FCS level, but not as much exposure, and just to go to that East West Shrine game and be able to play, the top talent around the country and be able to showcase my skills in front of those coaches throughout the week, man, and to end up with the MVP too was just
That had to be
huge.
huge. That had to be huge for your stock. I think right after that, I mean, just kind of the draft nicks, right? If you go looking in the mock drafts or what have you, after that game, I think you got your stock kind of rose a lot. And I think he had a teammate there as well, if I'm not mistaken.
My boy James Robinson, he man, that you can claim him as the best running back in the FCS easily.
Wow.
And he still, he was somebody that didn't get drafted. And he was projected to be early rounds. He got the invite to the combine and everything.
Did he go? I mean, I didn't pay attention. Did he go anywhere? I'm not sure.
He got signed to the Jaguars.
He
got a chance.
He might have a chance.
He got a whole
over there.
Look,
he got a
whole
chance.
shot at it.
Hey,
let me ask you this: what number you going to wear for the Dallas Cowboys, and who did you patent your game after? As relates to safety play now.
Yeah, I'll be playing 35 right now. I'm hopefully when I get into everything, I'm gonna try to change it to 42.
Tyrann Mathieu.
First number
42.
Yeah. But man, who I named my game after, I say, I most definitely, the newer cast as far as for sure has been Tyrann Mathieu. Man, just the versatility that he has, and is the places that you can stick him at and watch him produce is what I feel like that I can do. But I think they probably might be looking at me more, for the free area, and I've been playing baseball my whole life and everything, man. I do the center field thing, and I know. I got good feet,
So you got good range. That's what you're telling everybody. I got range.
See, I got this theory about our safeties because it seems to me they don't want a box safety, like a true box Jamal Adams, dare I say, type of safety. Because I think they want cover guys back there because they're going to be a little bit more aggressive on the boundary with the corners. They're going to be a little bit more aggressive with the front seven. So they want guys that can make up for all that space back there. And obviously you're one of them. HaHa's a true free safety. Xavier's a true free safety. So when you're looking at the scheme and things like that, and you tell me I think they want me to play more free, that just kind of makes me believe that's the case. They want a bunch of cover guys back there. I seen a little bit of you. I haven't seen all 22. I just seen some highlights and stuff. And it's so crazy you say that about baseball because I see it. How long did you play baseball before you transitioned, or did you just do both?
No, that was my first love, man. Since I was
Ken Griffey.
Yeah, no, I was like that.
That's where the money at.
It was, man. A lot of people really still wonder, why I went the route that I went, but it's different, man, when you have a different love for the game.
Yeah, absolutely. So baseball was the first love. All right, I loved it too back in the day. Who's your favorite player?
Back in the day?
Yeah, when you was a kid.
Man,
mine was Chipper Jones.
I say I was really it's hard, because he the dude, but Barry Bonds was really my favorite.
Hey, I stopped doing if he came on the TV, I stopped doing what I was doing to watch Barry.
He dropped everything, man. I was locked in, bro.
Them home runs was coming.
I went got the earring and everything.
You got the earring.
Yeah, I was like 25 and everything, man.
Oh yeah, you serious? You got the earring.
Man, I thought y'all were gonna say Griffin though. Ken.
I'm saying
him.
Ken was one of my favorite for sure. But Barry, man, it's just something to get up there with that swing, right? That
boy is sweet. That's sweet.
Man.
Hey, Law, you think you slick though? You know what I'm saying? Because I was about to ask him about who he patterned his game after. Because I was reading about how he's talking about he patterned his game after Tyron. I'm gonna get you next time on that one, Law. You hear me? Me, you gonna have some backstage talk. It's like, nah.
I find it interesting.
Yes, indeed.
LK. See, your mama named you Luther, so I might just call you Luther.
No, they call me LK though.
They call him
me
LK.
Oh, they call you LK.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
okay.
they don't
We'll
get
stick
mixed
to
up with my
LK.
pop. Yeah.
I find it interesting. The Honey Badger is the guy you model your game after because your size is way different.
Right.
You got about a good 4 inches on him. It seems like.
Right.
But you said it's more so because of the versatility. So you can obviously do some box stuff if they want you to do some box stuff.
Yeah, man. I didn't stick me, man. I ain't never been shied away from being down there. You know, it's a different world, though, absolutely. But ain't never been shied away from, you know,
right,
from that type of physicality.
It's definitely a different world. We know it much here in Dallas. And you said you grew up right around the Roy Williams era, so you seen when Roy.
So you know we're gonna ask you who you want to hit, in this NFL.
Got to be somebody.
You got to be somebody now.
Man, honestly, yeah, you know, probably the hardest dude to tackle right now in the league, Saquon, man. We're gonna see him.
You don't think Baltimore quarterback Lamar Jackson?
Because
Luther,
he said, "Hold up." He said, "Rewind."
He said, "You might be meeting him."
Rewind.
Yeah. Both the boys sweet in their own way, man. That's top talents in the NFL, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna derail in this a little bit, but there was a meme that came out during the playoffs. Yeah. Would you rather try to tackle Lamar Jackson in open field or Derrick Henry in the open field?
Oh my goodness!
In the open field?
In the open field.
Yeah, you had to pick your choice.
Pick a choice.
Pick your poison. All I can think about is that still form that old boy Earl Thomas
is breaking up a little bit. Go ahead, Luther.
Yes. I mean, yeah, man. Look, that's two top talents again, but you know, that's a different getting broke off. Getting your ankles broke off ain't, you know, that hurt a little bit more. That hurt the pride a little more than, you know. You can say you went in there and you didn't win the battle against you wound back and forth, you know.
So you broke up just a little bit
every other day.
So you broke up just a little bit.
It's different.
So you're saying that's cool. That's cool. So you're saying you would rather tackle Henry?
Yeah.
Okay.
Most definitely.
Okay, he like physicality.
Are you so you ready to take the big boy down? See, that's what I like. I like that mentality, man.
Ain't shy away from that contact. We don't like them guys that take bad angles and shy away from contact. I don't know, but let me ask you this, dog. They asked you about who would you like to play in NFL. I'm asking you who you like to go against since you playing the safety. Let's say if they throw you in the slot, who are you going to get excited to go against? Amari Cooper, Michael Gallup, CeeDee Lamb? Who's somebody that you ready to put your hands on and say, I'm ready to get this work with this dude right here. I'm ready to get this work with this man right here. Who is it?
I'm talking about against Amari, man.
I knew it. What that Amari work?
Bro, that's just to see that man, you know, to see that man run his routes. The size that he got, man, that's a beast, bro. And just to be able to see, you know, what he really does in person, man, and who's iron sharpen iron at the end of the day.
Yes.
So
there we go.
Go out there and get that work, man. I just can't wait to be able to go out there and work with them boys, man. The whole lineup, man.
Let me ask you this: you gonna play on the line or you gonna play 5 yards off? What you gonna do?
Man, I ain't really even thought too much. You know, that's kind of the game plan, but whatever they let us end up doing, you know, I like to be pressed though.
Oh. Yeah,
that's what we also love to hear because we see Press been ignored. Press been like the dinosaur. You have never seen a dinosaur for real life, but you read about a dinosaur, but you ain't never seen about it. That's what press coverage been going on in Dallas. We've been reading about it, but we ain't been seeing.
Yeah, man, we've been playing a whole lot of 10 yards off the ball the last 3-4 years. I'm just being honest with you. So hopefully we get a little switch up. I think. I mean, it sounds like you're an aggressive player, and again, that kind of fits the mold of the guys they've been bringing in. Is it Trayvon Diggs? I always say the name wrong. Trayvon Diggs. Trayvon. Okay, yeah. Reggie Robinson. Those are your other classmates in the secondary. Have you had a chance to talk to them virtually, kick it with them? I mean, with the COVID, you can't.
Yeah, really man. That was like really. That's really all. Them really the only dudes that I really know. You know, as far as how close that we've gotten is because we're in the meetings. Like we're in the rookie meetings. You know, with the DBs with them. So we've been able to connect virtually.
Right. Yeah. See, I think you fit the same mold as them. They're 6'1", you're about 6'2". We're about 200, right? About 200.
Yeah.
They're about 200. I mean, there's a certain type of mold coming through Dallas now. Proactively, because we heard they wanted bigger defensive backs, but we really didn't put that to action. But now, between you and then the other guys that they have there, I don't know if you've been in a meeting with Chris Westry yet, but he's one of the guys that was undrafted, 6'4".
No, I ain't. I ain't. It was really good to see him.
That's a tall cornerback. He's a corner.
Yeah, that's great.
That's
full
great.
speed, something like that.
You gonna see him when you roll next to him, like, damn, who are you?
Yeah,
You're like,
Get your tight end, dog.
Let's play a little pickup basketball or something,
Yeah, y'all gonna have a nice little team. You feel me?
Yes, indeed. Hey, can you tell us whether or not you're a fan of a 3-4 or 4-3? I know it's not that much of a difference as you're playing defensive back, but are you a big fan of the two?
Man, yeah, I can't really even comment just because I played on both. Like we switched defensive coordinators when I was at college, so I actually got to play with both, and it ain't really do too much for me. I would say. Does
it really have an effect on the DBs? It feels like
Not
it's
really.
more of a front seven.
It differs the gaps, with the front seven, but you still got to fill gaps here, and you got to correct people when you're at the safety spot sometimes, just because that's how it's played sometimes, but. It ain't really, you're kind of just a cleanup man when it comes to that sometimes.
Were you a captain at Illinois State? I thought I was. Okay.
Yeah, my last
saw
year.
that. How was that? Because, going from being, I don't want to say the big man on campus, but being the captain, right, of your squad, and then coming down to the low of the totem pole right away, like kind of get humbled a little bit. But what was it like being a captain, though, for your squad the last 2 years at Illinois State?
Man, it was great, man. Got to be able to really, take control of the culture, that's being built through there. You really have a say, you really have a hand, and I feel like I was the type to lead by example more than try to get on everybody's tail, every other day, man. But I do that too. But man, it was just great, just to be able to have them boys really, see you as a captain. I think that's one of the biggest honors you can really have.
Oh, it's a big one here in Dallas. That's why I wanted to bring it up. They make announcements when you're the captain here, so
you get that seed, buddy.
Yeah, and a good element here is for you to do is special team. Can you play any special teams? Because that's what they're going to be looking at. Bone muscle.
Man, that's what I was supposed to be before I ended up. My sophomore year I was supposed to be a special teams captain that following year. Because I was doing everything. I was doing all 4 special teams. Well, I was supposed to do. I was the field goal holder too, but
Oh wow,
nice.
That's it. See,
super versatile.
Hey, and why you're the field goal holder? Even this is valuable because you got some high school experience in passing the ball. You can probably still pass it in certain situations.
That's what they got me,
or something like that.
We was going out to practice one day, and it was like, we're gonna have you hold. I was like, but we ain't even. They wouldn't dug that up from way back. Like I ain't been older since like sophomore. I was like, man, sure, I got you.
What did they ever use you on a fake?
Nah, man, I ain't never really get used. They had another. It was actually our receiver, but they ain't never really doing fakes with us.
Well, listen, man, I don't think we want you holding on up at the Cowboys because we need you. We need you in other spaces.
Right.
But
I
got bad memories of other quarterbacks holding. That's all I'm gonna say. I got bad memories.
You know about it. He know about it.
Dog, man. I just support it, man. But yeah, that we all remember that.
Though I'm not gonna lie to you, I was just about in tears that night. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I thought we had it.
Yeah.
And if y'all don't know what we talk about out there, we talk about Tony Romo in Seattle.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not even being quiet. I'm just being quiet. Them is bad wounds, memories,
I know. Let's move forward.
all kind of evilness
My
y'all
bad.
talking about right now.
My bad. Hey, when we act up on this show, sometimes we pull out
Get your damn
Jerry.
act
Yeah, we
together.
pull out Jerry Jones, and Jerry Jones tell me.
Get your damn act together.
Lock it up.
My bad.
Yeah,
All right, man. Before we get you out of here, Luther, because I don't want to keep you too long, man. I got a couple quick fun questions, man. First, run them off. Just gonna be real quick. And if y'all got some last minute questions, Law and James, let me know.
Well, I know he can hold pretty good because he's holding that phone. So we go ahead.
Yeah. At the 5 interceptions that 1 year, man, good.
Yeah. Go ahead, my bad, Sky. Go ahead.
You're good. Hey, favorite Cowboy player of all time. Now realize, guys, he's a rookie, so he's young. So if he don't say one of your 1970s favorite players, don't get mad at him.
Come on,
For me,
Hollywood.
it's,
Hollywood Henderson.
Marion
Marion
Barber. That is different.
Oh, okay.
That's a great one.
But I like it.
The Barbarian.
The first beast
Barbarian,
mode.
dog.
The first beast mode. Can you agree? The first beast mode.
Yeah.
For real, though. Most definitely.
So do you remember the most infamous 2-yard gain in the history of football?
Yeah, man. When Romo was back there mad at him for a little second.
That was crazy. So Marion Barber is your favorite player of all time. All right. What is your favorite Cowboys jersey of all time? Now we might be testing you a little bit because we got those 94s. We got those color rushes.
I can't give you the name. But it's the white one with the blue shoulder and that big star on the side.
The 94s. That's the 94s.
94. That's the 94.
You talk about the 94s, man. That was my favorite.
Yeah,
they need to bring them back.
I choose them every time I get them on Madden, dog.
Me too, yo. Me too. That or color rush, or I'll mix it up.
The white, the white one.
Yeah,
the white one.
With the white helmet groove, yeah.
I just want to know a couple of his favorite things about the Cowboys, man. Y'all got it. Y'all can go ahead to the last question.
I got two things I'm done. One, what do you listen to right now? What's in that music right now?
You know he young. You know he gonna say something.
I know I'm old.
No,
I gotta hear
he said he's old.
No, he said old soul, so he might throw some
Yeah.
Dre on me. I don't know.
I listen to a lot of old school. I listen to a lot of old man. I listen to a lot of
Okay.
honestly.
I like that. I like that.
Ironically, I ain't trying to be, because my name Luther, but we had a little Luther going on yesterday.
Hey, and just one last thing, big dog. All I can say is just from listening to you and talking to you, I can tell why you were a captain. I can tell that you are also, and I get excited to see what you're going to bring to the table because you seem very smart. You seem a guy that can really adapt to learn a lot of things on the fly and quickly, and you can looks like you can process information quickly. So I'm really excited to see what you can bring to the table with the Cowboys, man. And good luck this season. And I hope we can see you this season on the squad.
Yes, sir, man. I'm gonna appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all for having me.
Appreciate you for coming in, brother. Real rap, and hopefully we get a chance to rap to you again sometime during the season. Yeah, because I really believe there's going to be one. It seems like so. And best of luck to you. I really hope you're on this team and you become a big part of the success that I think we're going to have this year, man.
Most definitely, man. I'm working for it. Y'all gonna see me out there.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, we're gonna see you out there with 35 and then moving over to 42, man. I can't wait to see you do some things, man. I have a feeling that you're gonna make this thing happen, man.
I like the vibe I'm getting, brother.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. You have a good night, Luther. Because your mama named you Luther.
Yeah.
Okay.
Church, dog.
Right, I get with you, brother.
Yeah.
Luther Kirk, ladies and gentlemen. We got RJ. I think RJ's ready.
Is he?
He's already.
Bring him on in.
Bring him.
Let's see, man. Let's see.
We right here. And we ain't going anywhere.
RJ, you in there?
Even came with the video. We thought he was coming.
What up, y'all? I ain't gonna hold you. I thought RJ was coming with the audio. What's up, RJ?
Beer gang.
What are we doing?
No, man, we thought you was coming with the audio. You coming with the beer gang. Okay.
Yeah.
I got a link, so I just clicked it and came in.
Nice.
Well, okay, we love it, man. Hey, man, Walt Chisholm, man, told me we made a big mistake by bringing you on here.
Yeah, Walt like that. I know Walt was big time.
Hey, man, but we really appreciate you coming on here right quick, blessing us with your time. Thank you very much. We're just gonna jump right into you, big dog. We hear on 105, we hear all this Dak talk, Dak this and that. I mean, we hear your feelings, but what's your ultimate thoughts about this thing that's going to happen with this contract? I mean, it's getting closer and closer. A lot of people say it's going to get done. Do you think it's going to get done? Do you think that franchise tag will happen? What's up?
I think he's going to play on the tag this year.
Ooh.
Yeah. Which probably means he's going to play on the tag next year too, right? Like if he's going to tag it this year, he'll get the $38 million the following year on the tag, and then he knows that they can't tag him a third time. It'd be like $54 million. I just think that financially his agent's going to tell him this makes the most sense. Go the Kirk Cousins route. I think that's the new norm that we're going to see from a lot of quarterbacks, and especially quarterbacks that weren't first round picks, because they always have that something to prove kind of chip. But I mean, the only way that to me that he signs if the Cowboys come to him and take a year off, he wants 4. So if he gets 4, then I could see it being done. But I mean, if it's not done by July 14th that night, I don't know. I don't know.
But do you think that that's in the interest best for Dak Prescott to play under that franchise tag? Something happened week 4, week 5. You think that's the interest best for him?
See, it's tough because you know, he's gonna get 31 million, right? So he'll get 31 million this year, which is not 150, but he can live on it.
Yeah, I sure hope so.
So he's probably, there's rumors that he's already made 50 million, right, this year, last year from endorsements. But you know, let's just say he gets a knee injury, or let's forget the knee. Let's just say he gets a wicked shoulder, his arm gets torn off.
Yeah,
he's probably got a Lloyd's of London crap insurance policy that's going to pay him $100 million. So I don't think the money issue is going to be a problem for Dak. And I think the other side is, if let's just say he has a really bad year. Let's just say he plays. Let's just say he has like a Jameis year, right? Let's just use the ultimate.
Oh my goodness,
Lord, I don't want that to happen. Lord,
right?
don't speak that evil. Do not speak of evil like that.
They would not allow that.
No, let's just say that he has as many interceptions in this year as he's had in the first 4. They're still going to franchise him again because they've seen 4 years of this. They're not going to just walk away, I don't think. So I think he knows that he's got a minimum 2-year, $70 million contract, and that's where the starting point is.
Well, let me ask you about that. Do you think that if there was a regular season, right, OTAs and mini camps and all that stuff, there would have been more pressure to get this done because new coach, right? It's kind of a new offense. You know, you don't really want your quarterback sitting out till July 15th.
Yeah,
I think so. You know, I think the other issue with this is, do the Cowboys really want to go money-wise to where Dak wants to go? Well, I shouldn't say that. They do, because they've kind of all the reports that they've offered him what he wants money-wise. But do the Cowboys know where a league financially is going to be in 4 years? You know, Dak wants the shorter deal so he can get the money. You know, what about this virus? What if this comes back again?
True.
There's 2 years without fans instead of just 1 year without fans. I think they can deal with 1 year without fans. But 2 years without fans, now they lost $12 billion or whatever it is over the course of 2 years from the league. Is a salary cap going to keep going up? And that's the question they're going to have to ask. So I think that it may have played a role into it, but I think all that did is, I mean, all it did was give Dak an excuse not to do the Zoom meeting. You know, like that's all it really did. Like he didn't miss anything.
No.
All the players want to avoid is the injury risk or just going out there and playing. I mean, all he had to do was sit on his couch and watch Zoom. That's all he had to do.
He has the playbook right now, right? He has to have.
Right, he does. He got the playbook.
I think they're going to use last year's. Honestly, I think McCarthy's coming in to learn the Cowboys offense.
Oh.
I mean, they're going to run a hybrid, right? It's not going to be the full West Coast like that. They kept Kellen Moore, so they keep all the terminology the same. We'll see some wrinkles, I bet, but I don't think they're going to come in here and run full 94 49ers offense.
I don't.
Some of my biggest, better than that. Yeah. Go ahead. I was going to say some of my biggest concerns with Jason Garrett administrations would be the adjustments, right? And I think that last year when we got into the money zone, red zone, green zone, it was just not enough adjustments for the young Kellen Moore or for Jason Garrett to make those things. I just don't see Mike McCarthy looking at this offense and they get stale and he just sit back and just watch things unfold. So I think that he probably have to implement some of that West Coast philosophy. Do he?
Yeah. Oh yeah. There'll be some. There's going to be formation differences that are in there. I'm sure there's going to be some different route combinations. I mean, you know, the thing is, you know, McCarthy likes to throw the ball. He's not a running guy. And which is, the Cowboys ran. I mean, the Cowboys threw it enough last year. I think we all know that. I mean, shoot, the quarterback threw for almost 5,000 yards. I had to throw it somewhere. There'll be some changes, but I think for the most part, you're going to see just wrinkles added to what was here last year.
Interesting.
Well, here's my thing though, RJ. You're saying that you don't think Dak is he's going to get franchised a couple years. Then, in my opinion, if he getting franchised 2 years, then I don't see Dak Prescott being with the Cowboys because I don't see a scenario where if you're going to pay the quarterback 2 years in a row, now I'm going to sign you to a long-term deal. That just don't make no sense to me. That would say he is going to go to route Kirk Cousins route, play 2 years, and then that's the last you're going to see of Dak Prescott. To me, that wouldn't make sense because you just got Mike McCarthy. You got 4 years of this guy. We all seen what he can do under Jason Garrett. I've been trying to tell people, if he did this under Garrett, why can't we get excited and get him in long-term under McCarthy? Can you feel me on that?
I hear what you're saying. I do. I'm just looking at it from like, and I think Dak, if the Cowboys came to 4 years, he would do it. That's all he wants. He wants
Why
to be.
Ain't they coming to 4 years? Let's go.
Yeah, because the Cowboys. If you go look at the Cowboys, they are one of. We did this a couple weeks ago. And I'm trying to think off the top of my head. There were like 7 5-year contracts given out in the NFL this offseason, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The Cowboys tried to give 2 of them away. All right, they already gave. They gave a 5-year deal away. They gave Zeke a 5. They gave Tank a 5. They gave Amari a 5. They tried to give Dak a 5. The league's going away from 5-year deals. They're going to 4. The Cowboys are still on 5. Go look at Over the Cap or Spotrac or whatever. The Cowboys got like 6 or 7 guys on 5-year deals or more. Nobody else comes close to that. They are a 5-year deal team. And Dak and other quarterbacks, because if you look at all the other quarterbacks out there, Wentz, Goff, they all signed 4-year deals. I think Matt Ryan signed a 6. Romo signed 6 years.
Romo signed 6.
Right? So the Cowboys are a 5+ year deal team, and Dak wants 4. He wants 4, so when the new TV deal is up, he's up that year too. So he can get they're projecting like a $30 or $40 million boost in the salary cap. So for quarterbacks, that means what? $10, $15 million right there. Easily.
Yeah.
I think that we're seeing the workings of Stephen Jones when it comes to that, because we know he's a penny pincher. We know that. He's admittedly come out and said, I don't want to pay other people. I want to pay our own guys. But then he says that on one hand. On the other hand, he drags it out. But here's the thing. I find interesting when you say you don't believe it's going to get done. That would be going against his history. I mean, he normally does get it done. Dak, Zeke. I'm sorry, not Dak. Zeke, D-Law, Dez, Amari. Right? These guys, Zach Martin, these guys, eventually they got it done.
And there's no way that they saw Ezekiel Elliott coming the way he did last year, though.
Right.
That probably was the monkey wrench.
It probably was. And I think it would be done if Dak just took the 5. Like if Dak wanted the 5, I think it would be done. Mm-hmm. That's the big thing. You've got to be able to convince the Cowboys, and they might do it. He might get signed. I'm just
your opinion. Yeah.
I'm just feeling that.
Selfishly, I want the storyline for 2 more years on the radio.
I just feel that Dak Prescott might go ahead and sign that 5-year deal situation. He might, because if you think about it, the $35 million is on the table, opposed to the franchise tag will be $31. So that's $4 more million that he can have in his pocket. I just wish if it was the old CBA, whereas he can play these 3 years, and then he can say, well, you know what, 2 tiers in the bucket. I'm not going to get out there and play. I'm just going to hold out for my last few years to get this next to extend me from there. That would be the logic way.
And when there's no holdout, like you said, like you can't hold out anymore. Right. So from a quarterback or any player, you don't want to be out there a long time. You don't want to have that 5-year deal. Like the last thing you want is a quarterback who's upset with their money. All right, that's not going to be. You don't want any player upset with their money, but especially the quarterback. So if he gets the 5 years, and we saw that report a week ago from Chris Sims that he would want $45 million for the 5th year. You got to make sure that 5th year is like. And I've never done this. I've seen people do like balloon payments in their car, like they'll pay the car off like 4 years, and then all of a sudden at the end they've got this lump sum they got to pay, or they just hand it in and walk away. Yeah. Right. It's like what do you want? So it's like with Dak, it'd probably be a team option. Probably some kind of option, but at the end of that, after that 4 years, it's a $45 or $50 million deal. I could see him signing something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, if you're getting paid, but here's the thing: everybody's going nuts. So about the 5th year being at 45, 5 years at 45, it's going to be okay by then, because that's going to be skyrocketing. So why would you be tripping off on that?
I think it's silly.
Well, from the team perspective or Dak?
No, I'm just saying from anybody's perspective, people who are the fans who are jumping out there and like, what, $45 million for the 5th? Yeah, by that time, that's going to be chump change by the quarterback realm.
Right, and I think what people I think people mistook that. They saw
45.
And they jump right on. Oh, they saw like 45. Hell no.
45.
Yeah. You've got to read the fine print. And even at 35 a year, right? Let's just say 35 a year. Mm-hmm. If Dak gets $35 million a year, he's the highest paid, or he's even a top 3 quarterback in the NFL for what? 12 more months?
Maybe.
Yeah,
because they're talking about Watson right now, RJ. They're talking about Watson right now in the mix that and here's what RJ I seen on PFF, they had a little podcast where they were saying that they're doing in the works with Watson right now, and that's why they're like, Dak, hurry up and sign, because if Watson gets a deal before Dak, oh man, it might be all bets off for him.
Right, because Bill O'Brien, he's crazy. Okay, you don't know what the hell he's going to do. He can go out there and give him $70 million. We don't know.
Right.
But but you're going to have Watson, you're going to have Mahomes, and then you got the 2017 kids. You got Josh Allen and Baker,
Sam
and
Darnold.
They're not as good as Dak and Lamar. You got Lamar. Right? Lamar's going to go up, and for the most part, those guys aren't as good as Dak. But we all seen it. Dak's not better than Russell Wilson, but he's going to get more money. It's always next man up.
Yeah.
So Dak's going to be a top 3 or 5 paid quarterback for all of about a year and a half. Right. And then it's going to be a manageable deal.
Yeah, that's why I don't understand why people are tripping. Hey, just switching gears right quick. Hey, we've been talking about the Jamal Adams thing. Everybody been talking about Jamal Adams. I mean, we all been talking about, we want him. I want to get your thoughts about it. I think you messed the deal all up when you said Michael Irvin sent you the text. I think you messed the deal up with the Jets. They seen you say that on Twitter, and then they said, "Oh, it's all." So we blaming you now.
You blaming him?
We blaming you, RJ, because Mike tweeted you that. So no. How do you feel about this Jets thing? Is it dead? Because there's everybody saying, "Oh, that's dead." Dallas ain't even thinking about it. What's your kind of thoughts with it? Would you do a first and a third with it?
Get him.
Probably not. I probably wouldn't do a first and a third. I don't want to give a first and then pay the guy. Like we just did with Amari. Amari screwed up our cap. I mean, he really did, because they gave up first, which should be, the Cowboys should have 4 more years. 3 more years now it'd be 4 more.
4 more, yeah.
Right.
So they should have 4 more years of extra $15 million on their salary cap. But they did. Now, they don't have a player as good as Amari, right? So they wouldn't have had him, and they probably wouldn't have made the playoffs last year in 2018 without him. In fact, we know they wouldn't. But they would, they would have CeeDee Lamb now, and it would all be fine. But yeah, I probably wouldn't do the deal. I don't think it's beneficial long term to give up 2 first-round picks in a 3-year span for $20 million guys. I mean, you're getting guaranteed good players, and there's no doubt about that. But there's a lot you could do with $40 million. Of cap space and 2 first-round draft picks.
Well, here's the funny thing about the cap space. The Dallas doesn't do crap with it anyway. With outside guys, right. So when people talk about the 15% for Dak, or Cowboys got all this cap space, they're not signing big name guys. It's just not what they do. So
no,
right. And just in case in point, last year we had $20 million just sitting there, and we didn't utilize that. I think Jalen Smith, he wasn't even looking for the money. He got slapped with the money. And La'el Collins, I don't think that he was sitting there saying, "Hey, pay me, pay me." I think that they paid those 2 guys. They could have got the Dak Prescott deal done. But we sat there and had $20 million. On top of that, we had Tyron Crawford. Trust me, I love Tyron Crawford.
Lord. Take the pay cut.
If you cut them, you had an extra 8. That's $28 million in reserve just sitting there.
I'm not gonna let you go without saying who they paid and they shouldn't have paid last year. And I love them, but it's Zeke. How you leave Zeke out?
Yeah,
I ain't gonna talk about the Zeke, man.
So why not talk about it?
I'm gonna give y'all the Michael Irvin laugh.
RJ, am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong. You pay Zeke, you lost Byron. Okay, that's you basically chose Zeke over Byron, which that's their organizational philosophy. I can't do anything about that, but I do think this. The reason they left the $20 million on the table last year is because they wanted to roll it over to this year, right? Get the rollover money, and then because they knew they had to sign Amari and Dak.
True.
And if they didn't have that $20 million last year, they roll it over. Do they get to sign Amari and Dak this year, or they got to make somebody else a cap casualty? Now, they couldn't predict Frederick, but they're going to get dead cap there, right? They're going to get
like 9-10 million back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be post June 1, right? That's going to be on next year's cap. So it's going to be tough. I mean, that's the thing when you sign guys. I mean, you start to lose cap space, you lose flexibility. They had a lot of flexibility this offseason.
They did.
But here's my thing with all this. I think it's like a catch-22 because everybody's saying don't sign all these players, but you need these players to win. You look at these other top teams out here that went to the Super Bowl out of nowhere. They went out there and got free agents. They went out there and did it, and a lot of teams went out there and made it happen. So it's kind of like low-key a necessary evil. So it's kind of like, my thing about this, I want some Jamal Adams. I don't give a hell. I want Jamal Adams. I don't care what nobody else say about it. I want damn Jamal Adams. And I understand the first round and giving up that. But if we see that Amari, that it's really like they're talking like a 2-year deal. After 2 years, he can get out and move on from Amari. But at the end of the day, when you got a chance to get a dog and it's a first round pick, I'm sorry, at 24 years old, I know you're gonna have to pay him, but sometimes you're gonna have to pay to play, and that cap is gonna keep going up. It's not like the cap is going down. These teams figure it out, and I think if you did that, Stephen Jones could figure it out. He a penny pincher; he can make it work.
You're not look. There's a lot of good points there. He is great, and you're not going to find a player where the Cowboys draft typically as good as Jamal Adams. They got lucky this year with CD, I think.
Yeah, hell yeah.
We all think they got lucky. Like that's a franchise changer. Definitely. It really is. We don't know. That said, I promise you, the Jets don't follow me on Twitter. They have no idea. Not a chance.
Now, would you do this though? And I know this is not factual news, but it's more like fake news. Would you get rid of a Michael Gallup? I got to throw it out there. I'm just putting it out there.
Get your damn act together.
But I'm on the situation of saying keep Michael Gallup. But I'm saying, would you though?
No. I don't think I would. I love Michael Gallup. We talked about this today. Is Michael Gallup a household name because he's a member of the Dallas Cowboys? Probably.
Yeah.
I don't think you know him in Denver if he played
Sutton.
Bears, right? Right. Yeah. What's there with Michael Gallup and Sutton? You're right. There's a lot of guys out there. So there, I think we know him more because he plays here, but he's a good player. And this team is, consistently offenses are more consistent than defenses. And if you can guarantee me I'm going to have 3 top flight wide receivers every single year,
true,
I'll put up points. And I can guarantee them I'm going to put up points, barring injury, more so than I can guarantee them I'm going to stop people from scoring.
Well, the segue here, they brought in a head coach who is, used to offensive, type of teams. Now, I know in Green Bay, he had a Super Bowl winning defense, right? But he is an offensive-minded coach. He's a quarterback's guy. And now he's got not only the quarterback, in my opinion, not only the running back, a pretty damn good tight end, and these magnificent wide receivers. What are your thoughts here on McCarthy and what he can do with this group as opposed to Jason Garrett? And we know how you guys feel about JG, but I feel kind of the similar ways. But what do you think that McCarthy can bring to this team with this offense?
That's a great question. I don't know. Like right now, I don't know how much of Mike McCarthy was because of Aaron Rodgers. I don't know how much of Aaron Rodgers' progression as a player was because of Mike McCarthy. There's a lot I don't know. I think he's good. I think he's a good football coach. There's no doubt about that. He's been good everywhere he's been, be it a coordinator or a head coach. Good coach.
Uh-oh.
I don't think he was the problem. I think there's
How you doing, guys?
Yeah, I know, right? There's a lot of problems with this team. I think Rob Marinelli was a problem.
Yeah.
I think Rob Marinelli was a problem.
I said that.
but how do you feel about like something like the Minnesota Vikings game? Dak Prescott throwing the ball all over the field, and Ezekiel Elliott was averaging 1.8 yards a carry or something like that, and he just took the ball away from Dak Prescott. How do you feel about the decision makings of Jason Garrett? Collectively speaking, throughout these years.
That was a bad end. That was a bad end of that game. Dak was amazing in that game. And all of a sudden, it was just like, he marched him down the field, 80 yards? And all of a sudden, let's just turn over the hand of this guy because we paid him. I didn't get it. I don't know. Truthfully, I don't remember how much of that in the post game was because of Jason or, do they throw 2 plays in and Dak picks the running play? I don't know.
True.
Which may happen.
Oh, he threw.
But that was bad. I mean, there's no way I can't. Even as much of a Jason fan as I am, I can't sugarcoat that. Like that was the season right there. Like that they win that game, they go to the playoffs. Right? That would have been it.
But see, here's my thing about this, RJ, and I'm gonna be diplomatic when I say this. My thing is, I was never a hater like, oh, I hate Jason Garrett, can't stand him. I was never like that. But as you just mentioned, this Minnesota game, my problem was too many times in his 10-year career, we said these same things. If Dallas just would have did this, they would have been in the playoffs. If Dallas just would have did that, this would have happened. Too many times under his tenure, I heard that, and I feel like that was the shortcoming. And also, I feel like when you have a coach, and I feel like it happened with McCarthy, after you've been with the organization 10 plus years or not, and you're not getting like Super Bowl championships or getting there consistently, that words you start saying in the locker room, even though I like you, starts to fall on the deaf ears, and the little tiny things that were being done before start to fall off. And I think that's where it just snowballs. And that's kind of where I saw, in my opinion.
I think that last part's 1,000% true. I think there is a time that everybody has where it's just like, guys, let's just pack it in and try something different. The same thing. Right. And even if it is, and I think the Cowboys, I think most people would say, if you were to look back and you were like, all right, I would sign up for 40 wins over 4 years.
True.
Right. I'd sign up for that today. And if you go back to 2014, the only year this team didn't have a winning record or was above 500 was the year when Romo got hurt, when they had Whedon and Moore and Castle, right? So they were just so like when he had a quarterback in the last 5 seasons he had a quarterback, he won 52 games. I'm signing up for that every single time, and they just didn't get it done. And you're probably right. It was probably time to go. It's probably time to just try something different. And he'll go to the Giants, and they'll be fine. I mean, his offense will be good. If Daniel Jones is good, his offense will be good. If Daniel Jones stinks, then he'll be working next to me.
but I did see the trends. Yeah, I did see the trends over there. They did draft 2 offensive linemen, and of course they got a nasty running back. So we can't sneeze at the Giants, for crying out loud. They're going to be a solid team.
If Jones is good, they're going to have a decent squad. Now, maybe not this year.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit.
I think they're about a year or two, but I think I was cracking on Jones, but I think Jones is legit. I think he's going to be a good quarterback. I don't know if he's going to be a superstar, but I think he's going to be a good quarterback. And I don't think last year was a fluke. Not my opinion. What I saw from him.
Yeah, he was good. I mean, he's got fumble problems, right? He fumbles every drive. So if you like fumbles on every drive, he's awesome.
Hey, Choppy, what's your thoughts on Andy Dalton? What's your thoughts on him? What he can do if the possibilities if Dak Prescott do not play for this year?
I struggle with this because when he had a decent team around him, he won 10 games every year, and then he stopped winning 10 games every year, like clockwork. It's like he signed his deal and he stopped winning 10 games. And, that's questionable what happened. Like, we don't know how. And Marvin Lewis, man, Marvin, he's the only shining light that organization's had since Paul Brown. Like, they've done nothing, right? They've done
since
nothing.
Boomer.
Forrest Gregg was kind of good.
Yeah, there you go. So Sam White or whatever it was.
Right.
So outside of like Boomer Esiason, it was Marvin's tenure. They just couldn't get over the hump. But they were salty. That team was decent at times.
Thank you. People have been trying to tell me that Andy Dalton didn't have a team. I said, what are you watching? Just go look it up. He had top defenses. He had weapons around him his entire first 4 or 5 years in the league, and he had playoff teams. Here's my issue with Andy Dalton in playoffs. He was bad in the playoffs.
Trash.
One touchdown, 6 picks.
Yeah, he was. I mean, and he ran into what they play. They played
Houston.
Indy or something, or Houston, and
Houston a couple times.
Obviously Pittsburgh. So they played good defenses, but he struggled. He was bad.
But
so
as a backup, though, I think it's a great signing.
It's perfect. It's exactly what you want out of a backup. He's capable and he's non-threatening. It's exactly who you want your girl's coworker to be.
Facts. You don't want no work husband. Andy Dalton's not a work husband. He in the friend zone.
So he's like the Kyle Orton's 2.0, John Kitna 2.0, those type of guys, right?
Yeah. Kitna was a good backup here.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
I don't think Orton was a bad backup for real.
Nope, he was fine. They put him in that
playoff, right? It
was a playoff game, right?
No, it basically was. It was the last game of the year to get into the playoffs.
He didn't play. I mean, you know.
But I actually would rather a veteran behind my young buck than what they were doing with Cooper Rush. Think about it. Dak only had 1 year. This is the thing that people never talk about with Dak. And I know you're pro JG. Right. But he first of all, he had Jason Garrett for 4 years, and we know the offenses are vanilla. We know they're not going to do anything different. They're going to go out there and do what they do. But not only did he have Jason Garrett, he had Cooper Rush as his backup for 2 years. So he didn't go to the sidelines with a veteran like Mark Sanchez and Tony Romo to say, hey, when you see this, they're doing this, so change it up. He had a guy that couldn't throw a single pass in the NFL. Trying to tell him what to do when he got on the field. So now he has Andy Dalton, whether you think he's good or not, right, on the sideline, who has almost 250 touchdown passes and been to the playoffs 5 times. At least he can tell you what's going on out there.
I agree. The only thing Cooper Rush had going for him was upside, and that was only because we never saw him do a thing. That's all he had. All he had was, you know what? He gets in there. He might turn into Tom Brady. He might not. We've never seen him before. We have no idea.
So all he had was hope.
He might have hope. That's it. He might be okay.
Well, also he was a redhead too, so you know Jason Garrett likes those redheads.
Have that. Right.
Jason Garrett's like as soon as we get cut, did it surprise you? We all just knew that the Giants were going to go sign Cooper Rush. Yeah. I mean,
well, I'll tell you this. I was smart from this because we don't know what the camps are going to be like, right?
Right.
Someone's got to know Jason's system. That might not be a bad idea. Like I was surprised that there wasn't, and maybe there wasn't somebody that was available that. And if McCarthy was going to change things up, they would go get somebody who.
Brett Hundley's available.
Brett Hundley's available. That's right. Yeah. But they had a chance. Once they had a chance to get Dalton, it was over. Right?
Yeah, you can't. Yeah. I'm not taking Brett Hundley over Dalton.
Yeah, hell to the no.
Isn't McCarthy a West Coast guy, and Dalton was with Jay Gruden in Cincy, who is obviously a Gruden dude who was a McCarthy guy at one point with Bill. Who knows? I mean, I don't even.
It's possible that this connects somewhere.
And even think about this: when you watched Andy Dalton, even when he came out of TCU, his claim to fame was not the deep ball, the quick passing. That's what the West Coast system is, quick passing. And that's even when Jesse Holly came on the show, he was talking about how Mike McCarthy is going to have Dak thinking even quicker. Everything's going to be quick. And I think that's what a lot of people want to continue to see out of Dak is, being assertive where he knows where he's going with, boom, boom, out. And I think that's what a lot of people want to continue seeing. I think Mike McCarthy is going to bring that out of Dak Prescott as well.
Yeah, you got to see this. There's one article I read the other day. Maybe it was yesterday. I can't believe I'm gonna give credit to a Philly guy, but it was from that.
I know you talk about.
Bleeding Green, Wentz versus Dak thing, and one thing it said was Dak hates throwing those inside routes before the guy's open, and in the West Coast, you're gonna have to do that.
It's anticipation throws.
Yep,
throwing to the spot on the field.
Gonna be there.
We talked about a few weeks ago, trying to find some things he needs to improve on, and it's obviously the anticipation on mostly those drags. He's not been consistent with the drag routes. It gets behind the receiver a lot. He's actually good on slant, believe it or not. I mean, some people believe he throws a slant good because I think he's throwing to a spot. Right. But like you said, this if it's going to be more West Coast, it's going to have to come out a little bit more. But I just believe that that's something that he will progress and do because he's gotten better at something in his repertoire every year since he's been in the league. Right. And I don't think he's a finished product.
Stepping up through his throws and things like that. I was saying that I want him to improve on the back shoulder fade when he get to the money zone. That back shoulder fade pass, I think that Dak Prescott need to have that in his weaponry.
Yeah.
They did that his first year. He stopped doing that. I don't know if that's a
Because he had Dez Bryant.
That Dez Bryant. Yeah.
Look, I mean, he was killing that back show, and it was like, damn, what happened there in 2016? You was eating on that. Now it was just like it just looked like it was a fast, quick throw.
Well, let's just think about it for a second, right? So 2017 it was just a nutty year, right? Can we agree with that? With the Zeke, I mean,
Dez had probably taken a step back at that. He may have gotten a little old.
Well, he was hurt. He was banged up a lot, and they didn't have Zeke
or whatever.
It was just a mess. Then 2018, they rolled out what's the Harlem Globetrotter team they played? The Washington Generals at wide receiver. You know, no offense to those guys, I shouldn't say that. But still, Deontay Thompson, Tavon Austin, Terrence Williams, and Allen Hurns as his receivers. Who you throwing back shoulder fades to? Right?
And Cole Beasley was out there,
Well, no offense to Cole, but he's not catching back shoulder fades.
Right.
So it wasn't really until 2019 where he had a pretty solid Gallup, Cooper, that he can maybe try to make those throws to, but
Cobb.
That's not our offense.
Yeah, we forget Cobb. We're gonna. I mean, that's 800-something yards.
Well, are you forgetting Lamb?
No, but I mean, would you take the over under 800 yards from a rookie third option?
I would take the under, but
he's a good player. Like I think for sure he's gonna be a star. But like we've seen receivers like come in the league and like not
take some time.
Like, not everyone's Anquan Bolden getting 2-something in their first game. Like he's gonna have a game out there where he goes for 12 yards. Like he's gonna have a disappearing act.
Normally takes 2 to 3 years for them to get that stride going. 2 to 3 years. What AJ Brown did last year, man. I'm telling you,
man, Lamb.
I know, but you think he's gonna do what AJ Brown did in DK Metcalf?
Well, those were about 1A type guys, 1B. I'm sorry, type guys, right? I don't know if he's going to get 1,100 yards.
DK was like a workout warrior, right? He was the kid from Ole Miss.
Yeah.
He came on the end of the year. Well, you got to that playoff time, and he made some big catches.
Yeah.
And let's not forget, like I did a thing on Blake Jarwin. Everybody's, and Scott Skywalker, you did as well on Blake Jarwin. And when you look at Mike McCarthy, how he's done with tight ends, I in particular was looking at Jermichael Finley when he had him. Jermichael Finley was eating at that tight end position over there. He was getting like 92, 87, 72 targets in his young years. So I think that Blake Jarwin is really going to see that ball as well. So it's going to be spread around. So it's going to be interesting to see. So maybe you don't have to have that pressure on CeeDee Lamb, even though we know he's going to be good, because you got these other guys that are going to eat as well.
True. Yeah, and it depends on where they set him up. They line him in the slot. Are they going to? He can play everywhere, right? Isn't that what the whole thing about him? He can play just about every spot that they're going to put.
Play action, fake, deep.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they can do with him. And if Jarwin has a good year, then great. They haven't had a tight end that could stretch the field in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
because the good old boy Jason Witten they wanted to bring
reliable,
right?
Don't got fire.
Everything you need to know about Jarwin was that Saints game. He vertically took the ball up the field, and I said, man, that works because they rolling coverage over to Amari Cooper's side. Let's just continue to feed Jarwin.
That makes too much sense.
And they put on reliable.
That made too much sense to do that. That made way too much sense to do that. Yeah. So let's go. Let's not do that no more. We're killing them right now. Let's go away from that. Let's go back to just hand the ball to the middle. I'm sorry. I just had to get it out. Sorry, RJ.
Had to get it out.
Hey man, but we ain't gonna hold you up for. We definitely do appreciate you guys. Got any other questions, Sky or Law?
What you predict for the season, man? How you feeling? Yeah, I know it's early, but it's just crazy.
I think 10-6. I think that's a good number.
Okay.
They were probably a 10-win team last year. Maybe 11. They just had bad.
You put it right on the money. That Saints game, that was a 10-12 game, and then that Patriots game. I mean, two tripping calls, phantom calls. We win that game.
And then Minnesota. So there's 3 wins. I mean, there's 3 games. So I mean.
And we have Coach
New Orleans
for an extension.
Yeah, and so I think 10 wins is fair. I think that's
10 wins. Yeah, okay, that's good.
Man, we finna go 12-4 and crush it. We finna crush them, RJ. Nah, let me stop being
my guy. Vach Lombardi, he was in the chat, man, and he was saying we're going to go 16-0. We're going 19-0.
Don't do that to Vach.
He believes it, man. We can go.
He likes overachievers. Just go 15-1.
15-1.
Hey, McCarthy did it before. Just saying.
He did it.
Don't bring up that 15-1 because they ain't do nothing. They lost
the first round
that year,
I think they lost.
Who did they lose?
Giants.
Giants.
No way, for real?
Yes, the Giants came in and buzzsaws.
They won the Super Bowl that year.
Won the Super Bowl. Yep.
Them Giants.
But hey, man, we definitely appreciate you, dog, coming through. And I want to give a shout out to my guy Ryan Humford. He, was talking to you back and forth. So shout out to my guy Ryan for setting this up and you coming out here, man. It was really awesome. Thank you for giving out your time, man.
Appreciate
we definitely, hopefully, you'd like to come back if you want to do that. But we definitely appreciate you from the late night hype team. Thank you very much, big dog.
No problem. Anytime you guys want me, just hit me up. You know how to get in touch.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna hold you to that now. Come on.
Don't say that. We hit you like, I'll be
like, he's gonna do something tomorrow.
Hey, soon as y'all say some wow, right? Hit up RJ. We gotta get him on the show.
RJ, you said you gonna come, man.
You said he was gonna come.
Man. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man.
Good.
Appreciate you, man. Have a good night.
All right, you too. Thank you.
Yep. Hey guys, we will be right back to basically get in the comments. All right, so give us about what y'all thinking here, about 3-4 minutes.
Yeah, about 3 minutes.
All right, man. Give me about 3 minutes. We'll get a little countdown. We'll be right back. Check. Y'all ready to come back? We about to come back. Had to put on that DJ voice. Hit him one time. We about to come back. How they used to do it in the 80s, big game?
Huh?
How they used to do it in the 80s? My name is Slick and I came to hit you.
My name is Cold Cuts, rapper, and I came to say you jumping on my ride and I hit you in the day. And then you had to do the pop. I was watching Breaking 2 on here, and the girl, my girls were sitting here. You feel me? And I was like, yeah, y'all talking all that stomp on the yard. This is where it started, you little whippersnappers.
Time out, y'all. Time out. Did this old head just say stomp on the yard?
Oh, see what I'm saying? Hey, you see it?
Stop on the yard. Stop the yard, Playboy. Stop the yard.
I don't know it, dog. I remember it just said stomp.
Stomp.
Oh, man. What's up, Cowboys Nation? The late night hype is back. How did y'all like the interviews, man? Luther Kirk was, like, we was just talking about him off air, man. Solid dude, man. He was fun off the air as well. Learned that he played baseball. I had no clue. You know, and I'm telling you, man, I was, like I said, talk to his agent, talking to him, the seeing the nature of the position, it just feels like he might have a little something to him.
Yeah, I mean, he got a little fight to him, man. And
I mean, I think the thing I like,
suck a DJ, should have called me Cy. Yeah, I know. Watch know about that old school.
I'm the king of rock. Yep.
Low key, anyway. Vach is an old school.
That's why I call him
old
young
school.
OG.
That's why everybody think Vach like 40-something. The way he presents himself.
That's why I
but
call
then
him
you be like,
OG,
damn, he
man.
young.
Vach, when he first started, he was like doing some soundtracks for you all, man. I think if YouTube Illuminati didn't exist, man, he'd give y'all a whole play track, man, of all of the old stuff that he know.
But yeah, I like that LK Luther Kirk, man. I like him.
A
I
lot
like
of people
his
are
soul.
saying he's impressive.
Yeah, I like how he the main thing just really stuck out to how he carried himself. Even on the interview, even like you said, Scott, when we were talking to him off air, he was just so even keeled. Like it just seems like things don't like bother him. You know what I mean? And that's what you really want. You playing the safety position because guess what? You got to have a short memory, right? You can't have a long memory playing in that back end. You got to have a short memory. Whatever happened that last play, you got to forget it. And he's the type of guy that I think that can do it. And just like you said, Skywalker, just something about him, good size, had 5 interceptions, I believe his junior year. And I don't know. It's just something about him, dog. I just like the even killing. He seems like he's really smart and intelligent. And you heard what he said. I can play the strong. I can play the free. I played some nickel. I played some, I've done some special teams. I held the damn kick. I done it all. I like that.
Yeah. Somebody in the comments said, well, why did he go undrafted? He was the MVP of the East-West Shrine game. And I do think the COVID has something to do with that.
Yeah, and that's why we talked about it.
I mean, not being able to work out and show and display his skill sets is a major deal there. But I think that he's a valuable piece if he can play some special teams. Remember, man, that special team is a good ticket to be on his team.
Yeah. And also we got to look at, and I know it was the Jason Garrett regime, but you had Jeff Heath, Barry Church, both safeties, both undrafted. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. It was the Jason Garrett regime, like you said. And I'm be honest with you, I don't know how this regime is going to adhere to undrafted free agents, especially on the team that I know offensively is so talented. It's really going to be hard for anybody to crack that as an undrafted. But defensively, there's opportunity. But we can't really jump the fence here because we don't know how they feel about the undrafted guys. We don't know yet. We haven't seen rookie mini camps. We haven't seen OTAs. None of that.
Yeah, we can only go by, the measurables that they went after and the mentality that they play with. So it's a lot of moving parts with this.
Real quick, while we got people in here, I just got reminded. Thursday, we didn't plug this all night for whatever reason.
Hey, tell him, Skywalker. Hey, before you plug that, tell him what happened. Can you tell him what happened earlier today too? Who he was gonna argue with? Yes. Could argue.
Yeah.
Tell him that, Skywalker. Tell him that first.
Oh my gosh.
I tease it a little bit.
But it's still a possibility, though.
It's still on the table.
We've been talking to him, through our our third party here, but it's very possible.
Yeah.
Guys, I know y'all gonna like this if you've been following my page on Twitter or here. Mr. Dan Orlovsky himself will be joining the show sometime. I'm not sure if next week, but we're still working on the time frames, the timeline here. But y'all know how I feels about the guy. Y'all know how I feels about his Cowboys opinions, and I already told y'all. I'm gonna tell him straight up if he come on the show. Listen, I don't agree with what you say about the Cowboys. But I'm going to keep it civil and professional. But if you say something, I'm going to have to push back on. That's what we do on here. We keep it real. This ain't manufactured. This ain't ESPN. We're not doing we're not going to put a script up and try to,
Mm-hmm.
develop hype, even though it's the late night hype. It's natural hype. Okay?
So the little producer in your ear will not save you. We're going to go straight toe to toe.
Yeah.
Elbow to elbow.
So we'll see. We'll see if Dan Orlovsky is gonna join the show or not. We welcome him. Come on down.
Come on, don't be scared because we're gonna attack you like some animals. You know what I'm saying? Like they ain't ate no food in forever. Yesterday, have y'all seen that video on Facebook?
Hold on, just like my man said.
I ain't scared of you,
she was cooking a crocodile and them damn dingo dogs. She had like 5 dogs with her.
Oh, yeah. She kind of dipped the crocodile in that water.
Boy, them dogs were sitting there like, ooh, about to tear this gator up. That's what we're going to do to you, Dan. When you come on here, we're going to eat you like that gator, man.
Shout out to Peter, though. If y'all want to ever make a donation to help grow the nation, Peter.
Yeah, sorry. We know how it is, guys. When we get the guest on, we can't really get in the chat too much. So any donations to every page, appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you know how we love it. We love y'all.
The guru said, wow, salute the late night hype crew and these incoming guests. Yes, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. And speaking of that, Daryl Worley, new Dallas Cowboys cornerback who I believe is a sneaky starter candidate.
Right.
Sneaky starter candidate, y'all.
We've been talking about it.
We're going to bring him on the show this Thursday. What we say, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central?
Was it 7 or?
I believe.
What time frame we went with?
I think it's 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. For Thursday.
6 Central or Texas time.
Texas time. Your Texas people.
Y'all time. So Daryl Worley will be on the show. We're going to kick it with him, ask him. If you watch all of our interviews, especially with the DBs, we ask a lot of X and O questions, a lot of scheme questions because we want to get as much insight we can get and give you guys as much insight as we can get. So we'll ask him about Al Harris, about, Mike Nolan, the scheme change, his time in the league with the Panthers and the Raiders. I think he went up against Amari Cooper in Oakland.
Mm-hmm.
So we can ask him about how Coop was over there and a whole bunch of stuff. And, just kick it with him.
And we're going to ask him which team he would like to face the most,
Say Philly.
Yeah.
Say him. Say you hate Philly, and if you say you hate Philly, you're gonna get a lot of great views on the show.
Lance says he loves the scheme questions. Yeah, Lance, we try to ask questions that maybe they're not gonna go on the other networks and ask them. All the other questions.
They may
are cool,
not give them a real answer.
At the end of the day, we kind of want to know some real football stuff because we don't have much of real football right now. So as much insight we can get with the Cowboys, be it player or media person, we're going to try to get on here during this time period. All right.
Yes,
hey, I know one thing. We've been going with the defensive thing with even all our interviews. We done had Woody, we had Kirk, George T gonna be on next week. You know what I'm saying? You got Worley. We've been going hard with the DBs this year.
Defense.
We
need to find us
on here.
Which offense guy we can go out there?
Well, I'm saying Anthony gonna be on there, dog. He gonna have the quarterback perspective. Remember?
Yeah, from that.
He played with Quincy in them.
John Durden. Salute to you, John. John is shooting high. John earlier said, Skywalker, you got to get Troy Aikman on. Then I just said, Skywalker, he said, Skywalker, you got to get Jimmy Johnson. Listen, hey, John, if
we got to start with Dave Campo first.
we might have to go get Jason Garrett.
We got to start with Dave Campo first. Chad Gailey, y'all.
Butch Davis.
Butch Davis. Wanstead.
If Jimmy and Troy is on a damn show, we probably
we're paid if they're on the show. We're syndicated.
This is now our airing on Sirius satellite. The late night hype.
But guys, we didn't get to talk off air. What's up with the Emmett book? I know we're kind of just winging this right now.
Well,
we'll do it next time.
For those,
we'll do it Thursday.
This is
all kind of bullets on that one.
This is what we're gonna do.
Okay, let them know, Law.
We got an Emmitt Smith book that we're gonna do a giveaway.
Oh, we got three of them things.
3 of them. All 3 of them. Y'all can see it from here.
3 of them.
All 3 of them. Y'all can see it from here. 3 of them. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do a book giveaway. And we're going to give away 3 of these books for those who made the donation. They have wrote a donation on each of our channels. So it'll be 3 giveaways. And all we asking when you guys get the information that you want or what have you is to give us your email address or mailing address so we can coordinate. Gotta coordinate. And this is a true good book because it's a colored book and as well as a hardback. So it's not one of those soft books. Hard. You can put on your dress or your nightstand. And this is one of the greatest running backs of all time, not just for the Dallas Cowboys, but for the NFL. And we will mail it out to you. And it will be brought to you by Cowboys Experience. And check out their website for more information at www.cowboysexperience.com. Yes, go. So y'all make those donations and y'all get you a book.
Is this Thursday or are we doing that Thursday?
We're gonna run it. We're gonna run it tonight and then we're gonna run it for Thursday. So there's 6 books for those who out there.
We forgot to mention at the beginning of the show.
We should have did it in the beginning of the show, but for those who participated and donated, you guys get a chance to be entered into the drawing.
Indeed. We'll get into the chat and some of these chat questions. We got a couple COVID type questions. They're saying, will there be fans in the stands? I mean, I can't tell you if there will or won't be. I hope, because I'm trying to get to the game. So,
dog, I forgot to say that while Choppy was on.
What's that?
You know good and well, if there's a Cowboys game going on, right, and there's no fans in the stands, they say, okay, it's just for the Cowboys players, whoever the opposition is. Have you guys been to a tailgate before?
Yeah, I've been to the Redskins.
It's many and thousands of people out there. Can you imagine if it's 100,000 people corralling around the game?
Tailgate and you can't go in the game?
They're gonna bomb rush that stadium or stadium, like Jerry would
like,
say.
what is going on?
Yeah, you don't have enough security to hold back 100,000 Cowboys.
They probably
fans,
would,
especially when we win
the entire area. Honestly, think about it. They can't just say, Listen, you guys can stay outside the arena, but you can't come in. They can't do that, man.
Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I just feel like if they open up these beaches and all this stuff like that, and everybody's out there kicking it, they're gonna be fans in the stadium.
That's why I said I'm
they
positive
are kicking it everywhere.
Season, but who knows?
If they opened it like that and everybody's out, they're gonna have everybody in these damn games. You can believe that.
Yeah.
Shout out to Stephen Poe, and then we had another member. I'm sorry, man. It was just.
I know.
I just forgot that. Okay, Stephen Poe and Starboy 50. Shout out to you guys for joining the membership club. You guys will be able to see the behind the scenes interviews and kind of just kicking it with some of the guests. And today's is Luther Kirk. We had some fun with Luther Kirk behind the scene before the show. So appreciate you. And we will be doing a lot more things for you guys as Law just did in that famous voice of his with Cowboys Experience. So appreciate you, Steven.
Appreciate it. I got 2 new members too, but I can't see the names because my feed won't take me all the way back. But we did get 2 Biggie members, right, Boo thing? She might pull them up if she does.
Nick.
Who is it?
So Nick asked about the membership payment stuff. Yeah, it's a way to support the channels. And then we give you guys perks, all different kinds of perks depending on what level you are of the membership, to try to give you our appreciation for you guys supporting the channel. So if you want to know the details, you can just go to any one of our channels. Next to the subscribe button, it should say join, and you can read the perks and stuff for the channel.
Yes, indeed. And I really appreciate everybody to help grow this thing. Let me just give a shout out to those that's over here. Jay Reese, Facebook, man, really appreciate you. Landon, thank you for making multiple donations. Nicholas Mims, appreciate you. Lance Bell,
shout out
LB, man, for joining the membership squad, man. Really appreciate you. He is an elite member now. Young Wilson, and also Jay Reese, again, man, for making multiple donations to help grow the nation, man. I really appreciate your love and adulation for this situation. Let's go.
Shout out to Nicholas Mims because he became a member over here at Silver and Blue Nation. So I love when we have everybody that kind of have a membership with each one of us. That's kind of dope to me because I've seen it. That's just kind of hard that people like, hey, I'm a donate. I'm gonna be a member with all 3 of you motherfuckers.
Oh, 3 of you. Yeah.
All 3 of you. Not one of you.
It's contagious too, Big Game James. Cause Brian Games making all kinds of games over here. Just join.
They want to open the line,
man. Really appreciate it. Appreciate you.
That's up to you, Skywalker.
It's up to you, man. Yeah, man, we had a good time with Luther, man.
Scott is funny as hell.
Well, because I'm over here, I'm looking, I'm like, I should have been did it. I should have been did it.
Jimbo,
I like to talk to the guy. I like
James Black over there on the Facebook, man. I really appreciate y'all for holding it down. And I gotta talk about my dog Toby over there on Facebook.
What up, Toby?
Shorts, man. Yeah, appreciate you, man. And I hope I said your name right. Shorts, right?
Shorts. Is that Terrence Shorts?
Shorts, yeah. Jessica, really appreciate you. Jimbo, not Fisher, but
what's up, Jimbo?
And who else we have? Martin.
We got another one.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, Cowboys Fan 91. Welcome to the membership club, brother. Appreciate you. And
yes, Cowboys Fan 91.
The team is prime. The $2 donation is a great show, gentlemen. Thank you, man. Well, like I said, we're just trying to bring you guys cool content. If y'all like that, if y'all like the RJ Choppy, Luther Kirk, man, drop those fire emojis, please.
Drop them fire emojis. If y'all like what we brought today, Kirk and Choppy, drop them emojis, man. And guess what? We ain't done. No. We still got Worley this week, and then we got George T, which y'all gonna like because everybody and their mama gonna ask him about that damn T.O. thing.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. I can't wait to hear what he got to say about that T.O. Situation.
He said T.O. He told me that T.O. don't talk to him. He still won't talk to him since then. He said he tried to reach out.
Grudges, man.
Yeah, he said he tried to reach out. He said T.O. won't talk to him.
Hey, you're going to answer this question here, James. My man John says, Skywalker, why your name like Star Wars? Tell him how I got the name. It wasn't me.
Man, hey, let me tell you, this is his name like Star Wars because I met Will Steele. That's his real name. But I was like, man, you know what? When you got one of them elite people, the young Jedi, you seen damn Star Wars. You seen damn Luke Skywalker. Who the hell is Luke, right? Luke. You know who the hell Luke? I'm going to say I'm Han Solo because I'm his old Han Solo brought him on board and said, this motherfucker Luke Skywalker beat. That's what I just happened to look at him and said, man, you like a young Skywalker, dog. I mean, I watched all them Star Wars back in the day when I was a kid. And I remember Luke, he was the Force. He was the chosen one. And when I met Skywalker, I felt like this young buck is the chosen one. He's like a young Skywalker. He's like a young Jedi Knight. So guess what? Like I said, I'm gonna be like Obi-Wan and Law's like Yoda. You ain't ugly like him, dog, but you got that wisdom like him.
Oh, that's new. I ain't heard
you
that.
Got that. Hey, you got that wisdom like him. You see Skywalker just sitting under him, like, tell me. He said, okay.
I say, dare I?
That's wrong. You must do this.
Stupid, man. Shout out to you, Brian, for the donation. He said y'all should try to get Dak's uncle on. I guess Mark Holmes is cool with them. He had a stream before. Y'all should check with Mark. Yeah, I think I've seen Mark talk about he's good with Dak's uncle. I mean, you know, that's cool. But tell Dak's uncle, you bring Dak. Then we right.
Yeah, you bring Dak. You know, I want to know about Dak.
Hey, shout out to We Them Boys Facebook becoming a Biggie level member. We Them Boys Facebook. There you go.
We Them Boys.
I like that.
It's a great supporting group on Facebook. Man, them
nice.
Fire emojis is dropping. Appreciate y'all.
Ain't they going? They got bombs on them too, Skywalker.
Yeah, I'm trying to find some questions. Hey,
where they at? Hey, where we repping? We got to do the hype crowd where they repping at, right?
Landon said, is there a possibility of us getting primetime Deion Sanders on the show?
Y'all
say this.
Y'all going high, y'all. We got to start low, man. Y'all going too high.
It's a possibility for Deion and the dog Michael
Mike.
Irvin.
Yeah, we did.
But it is a possibility. I was talking to somebody that said that they might squeeze, but Deion does the things for the kids. So it's going to be probably a 10 to 15 minute show or him on for that amount of time. But he might come on in. I'll just have to break it down to you guys on how it will go. But it's a possibility.
Listen, I'm not about to get none of y'all hopes up about no damn prime. I'm just telling you right now who we got. Daryl Worley and then George Teague next week.
You feel me? Be happy what we got right there. We gonna keep on working our way up. I like that.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say Thurston Howell III. Now I like this one, Skywalker. I think he's doable. Let's get Miles Austin. Miles Austin is doable.
Oh, I'd love to get Miles.
I think we can get Miles Austin. I would love to talk to Miles.
Miles, what happened when that ball went?
Them hammies,
Playboy.
Hamstrings.
What was it? Really the light, or did you just lost the ball against the Giants? Remember that game?
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Lost the ball in the light.
I'm gonna ask him about that Kardashian.
Yeah, I'm asking about that Kardashian.
Hey, real quick, chat. Before we get up out of here, I want y'all to go ahead and drop some questions. We'll answer some questions for you in the chat here as we get it popping right now, just talking before it turns into comedy.
I'm about to get Patrick Creighton out there. You know, somebody put.
Man, I'm still working on that. I'm working on that damn Patrick Creighton angle. Because my guy is going to be doing a show with him and Jason Hatcher.
John Kitna's in
so well. I'm sure trying to get Patrick, because he told me when I did it, and that's why I'm not getting mad, but I'm getting frustrated because I need Patrick on, because when Walt was on the show, he was like, I'm gonna let Patrick tell you that story about him and Jason Witten in the locker room hiding plays. He's like, I'm gonna let you tell him that. That's what I need to hear.
Right.
And Theo was once saying they
again,
was doing
I just have to say this, that drop that Patrick Creighton occurred in that game, it was in the third quarter. Listen,
don't
go back and forth.
Man, listen, if you bring Patrick on here,
we can't do him like that. He gonna go ham.
I just want him to get that off his chest, because have you ever heard some people say, hey, objectively speaking, say that, hey, that drop was in the third quarter, wasn't in the fourth. We had a plethora of time to come back.
Bring that up, but bro, the last possession he stopped running on the second to last play of the game.
That was Terrell, wasn't it?
No, that was
him. He's the one that slowed down, Law, because Romo threw that pass and he slowed. Like if he would have kept running, that was touchdown.
Let me stop, because if he come on the show, he didn't think.
They were like, I heard y'all.
Because that game pissed me off, man. For real, we was 13-3.
Don't bring that game up no more. He be getting mad about that game, dog.
Glenn still had a chance, though, right?
That was a man. He threw that ball 100 feet in the air.
Let's move on.
Hey, all right, so, man, I'm gonna go back and watch that game. I'm gonna go back and watch it.
I just watched it.
I'm gonna have to drink a fifth of hand again.
You're gonna have to drink a whole bottle.
Yeah, listen, let me get into some questions real quick.
Let's go to it.
Oh man, where'd it go? I think it was KMT. He said, "What is our plans for streaming the games this season? We're gonna be doing watch parties. When we're not on site, we're gonna be doing our watch parties. Obviously, you haven't seen it yet, so it's not like you guys understand how we're gonna do it. But it's gonna be real cool, man. We're gonna have a lot of fun with it. So make sure you're in here. And if you are a member, we might have some. We might be doing some little something.
Members gonna love it.
The other question was somebody said who do we see being what O lines will we play will be tough for our D? That's a very in-depth question.
That's a good question. That made me pull up something.
Yeah, because I gotta look at the damn schedule. You know what I'm saying? I think the Eagles' offensive line is probably one of the better offensive lines we'll play this year. Pittsburgh is up there as well. They've always had a decent line. And we also remember we got the Niners and we got the Ravens, two mauling offensive lines that are really going to bring a physical game to us. Yeah. You know, those games are going to be – they're later in the year, but they're going to tell us a lot about this team.
Yeah, we will. Yeah. I just want to know how we going to look against that run. That's my only thing. How are we going to look against the run? I know we got some bigger dogs up front now, but are we ready, though, you know?
How do we like the idea of LVE moving to middle linebacker and Jalen to outside linebacker by the Guru? Are you saying Jalen like a pass rusher in 3-4? We talked about this. I like it.
I don't like it at all. I love it. I just think that Jalen got too much skills, man, to be dropping back, flipping out in coverage. He's fast sideline to sideline, but I just want him. He's got so
him
much skills,
as a straight line blitzer and let's go.
Yeah. Go look at that kid college tape, man. He got some pass rush moves.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
But here's the thing. That knee is never going to be 100% like it was before. He's never going to be that player again. You can see him when he's in coverage. It's not the same. So why would you go against that? Put him to his strength. His strength is attacking that quarterback. His strengths are blitzing, and he can. And if we can get those guys to keep him clean, I think he can be a more effective. Just look at it. What last year? I think he's averaging like 130 some tackles his last 2 years.
He still got the speed, you know.
Toby on Facebook says, "Who's the odd guys out at defensive end? Armstrong, Jelks, Jackson. Just a couple guys naming."
I'll say Jelks. I think they're going to really look at Armstrong since it's his third year. He's really got to have a good camp. He's got to step up.
He better.
Armstrong, this is a critical year for Armstrong. I think Joe Jackson is a guy that me and you've been talking about, Skywalker. Remember, you said you like him on that left side backing up a D-Law, and I feel you on Joe Jackson.
Yes.
I like him. I like him there too. I think Jelks will still be developmental, and I think they'll stash him back on that practice squad.
He can.
Right.
Go ahead, Lo.
Who all are our bendy guys? Who all got that bend, right? You know,
Randy, Alden.
I mean, Alden can do it, but that ain't his game.
And Jelks got a little bend, so
Jelks got some bend, but
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
I got to see it in the pros. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. Right. Yeah. I mean, Dorrance Armstrong Jr., he don't have the crazy bend, but he's got some bend. He got some moves.
And Bradley and I, so they're like, "Hey, what's up?
Bradley,
that's a sleeper. Might could bring him on the show, you know."
We're talking.
We've been working at now later.
Dak Attack says, "What's the likelihood of Trevin Diggs? He meant Trevin Diggs starts week 1. The likely of Trevin Diggs at cornerback week 1." For me,
I don't think he's a week 1 starter.
I think he like week 4-ish. I think
they're gonna just gradually continue to just move him in packages.
If Woozier is a safety, starting. If he's not, I still think Darryl Worley's my sneaky sleeper to start. But is it out of the realm of possibility that it is a Woozier and Diggs though? I mean,
I just don't want young cornerbacks to lose their confidence. I think that's more important than anything.
They not kickers,
I want them
Law.
Man, shoot, you get burned a couple of times. That labor it's hard to remove. I seen Jalen Ramsey, as good as he is, crying on the sideline.
And he come right back and be all right.
Well, hopefully they got that type of mentality.
You better don't come on my team if you're gonna let you get burnt one or two. You know what I'm saying? But
better have short-term memory.
Yeah, you gotta have short-term memory. I don't think they draft him in the second round to wait around for a year. But it all depends on camp, right? If Worley is just beasting out, if Awuzie is looking great, and Trevin Diggs is having his rookie moments in camp, they're not going to go into the season with them starting, right? So
this is what we got to ask Worley then coming on Thursday. Where do you want to play? What position you want? We're going to ask him
Is
that.
It left or the right corner?
Why? What do you think he wants to play safety, Law? He's been a corner his whole career.
I seen him do some position flex, though. I seen him play inside.
He's had 34 snaps at safety last year. Not a ton.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Not a ton. But he fits that profile, right, of what the Cowboys want. I think I still have that up here. Let me see. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Right.
I got it right here. You know, he fits that profile with that 6'1" across the board, besides Westry. So, you know, we'll see where we're up to him. We'll talk about what he feels is his best traits. I personally, just looking at from what I've seen, I think it's his physicality as a corner. I think he is extremely physical at the catch point, at the line of scrimmage. I mean, sometimes it may get him in trouble, but if you look at the tape last year, especially the last like 6 to 8 games, he was pretty damn good. He was one of their better defenders on that defense. So I'm definitely excited to talk to him and see what he thinks.
You see the guy right beside him. He plays with that aggressive tone too.
Yeah, but he don't play much because he gets injured a lot. Kennedy.
We had Maurice Kennedy family members. We forgot your name, but if you still in this chat, you know, hit us up. See
hit
if we
us
can
up.
get him on the show.
I've been hitting. I hit up his pops.
Yeah,
hit up him.
We don't want to keep him long just for a cup of coffee.
Yeah. Another question. Jalen says, "What do we think of Tristan Hill? What do we think Tristan Hill will be this year?"
Oh,
my damn mic is acting up.
I think he's gonna be. I think Neville Gallimore is gonna beat him out. I just do.
You feel it? You know,
I think he's better than him coming out. I think he's better than Tristan Hill coming out. You know, he seems like he wants it more. We don't hear about Neville falling asleep. We don't hear about bad attitudes. We don't hear about none of that. And Tristan is not this regime's guy. Neville Gallimore is.
Yeah, we'll see, man. My biggest hope would be that he got his mind, his heart, and his soul into it, and he comes out ready. You know.
Yeah.
Well, in a perfect world, you will want both. You don't want Tristan Hill to fail. You feel me? You want them to both be building blocks for your team in the future. But if you're looking, you know what I'm saying, and let those two guys ride. But if you had a choice between the two, you would be looking at Gallimore because he's coming in hungry. He's coming in ready to work. And that's the thing that Tristan Hill was not doing. So it's really, I don't think we question Tristan Hill's talent. It's just always been the attitude. And if you got a guy right behind you saying, I want that job, bro, you better not play around, because just like we all said, this new regime has no loyalty to you. So if a quick slip up from you, you can be out the door.
Real quick, Jamion said, do we think they'll bring in Clay Matthews in or another safety? I'll say no on both.
No.
With Randy, with what's the cat's name? With Alden Smith being reinstated, no suspension, it made no point. There's really no point now, bringing in Clay Matthews. And Randy could be next. And they got Bradley and I, who I think could be. Honestly, man, I think if he's just designated as a strictly pass rusher on a reserve role, I wouldn't be shocked if he gets you 3 sacks this year. Dorrance Armstrong he could have had 4 or 5 sacks this year.
Should have.
Oh, we got a bunch of them. They coming in, man. They coming in.
They coming, boy. I love it.
I'm trying to run them out as best we can. Somebody else said, do we think we get Jamal at the deadline? I'm tabling the Jamal talks. I want him, and that's that for me.
My thing is too with Jamal, I forgot that they offered him a first round. Well, they offered the Jets a first round last year, and they're just like, nah, we want more. So maybe the Jets cave around week 3, week 4.
I think the only way the Jets cave, Mike might be. I think the only way the Jets cave is. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah, you probably can't hear you.
Guru wants to know how he graded out. Graded out on what scale? For how Worley graded out. If we're talking PFF, his PFF grade was pretty damn good towards the end of the year. I don't know about the total. I don't look at PFF grades, but I saw a statistic that talked about like the last like 5 or 6 games he was locking dudes up. But I don't know what his total. Somebody else would have to pull that PFF grade up. God tier Jimbo said, "How do you feel about Kennedy at safety?" I don't think he's one of the guys they're talking about at safety when they talk about corner moving. Maurice Kennedy.
Okay,
I think it's more.
But he can't play He can't play inside though.
Probably just Robinson was the guy they were talking about.
Yeah, I've seen him play inside, slot, what have you. But I don't think that's where his house would be at.
Well, he said
safety. Yeah, I don't know.
Can you see get some tick at safety?
Nah, I don't see him getting no work at safety.
Savion Smith might, and they all probably like, who? That's the guy that he picked up. Savion.
All right, we're wrapping up some of these questions here. Is this the deepest quality of depth on this team that you can remember? I swear to God, I feel like this question is asked every year. I'm not coming at you, the guru, but we hear this a lot, definitely under Jason Garrett. Man, did we get a lot of depth? I don't know. I feel like we got a lot of quantity defensively. I don't know that we have a lot of quality yet. It's to be decided. Offensively, stupid deep. I think we're stupid deep. At receiver, at running back. I think I know you had a show and you don't feel good about this offensive line, but I like the offensive line depth. I just like our offensive depth more than I like the defensive depth. So I don't know if it's the deepest ever, because I don't know about the defense. I just don't yet.
Most certainly.
Yeah, a lot of unknowns with this defense, but I will say I do like I like how they went out and got aggressive with the cornerbacks. I like how they went out and just didn't stand patterns and say, hey, it's just Jordan Lewis, Anthony Brown, and Cheeto. I like how they didn't stand back and they put competition at a lot of the positions on the D line and on the back end, because those are two ends that they needed to address, and they put competition on those fronts. So I think that's what I like about it, that there's competition and there's no position that's just settled that you're just going to come in and this is just your job. You're going to have to work your butt off for it. If you don't, guess what? You're not going to have it.
No doubt.
Who do we think? Ooh, where'd that come from?
The snatcher. They took that grown man voice over here. Get over here.
Snatched it up for me.
It gave him the Mike Tyson voice.
Put the lot in. Who do we think will be now? Who do you think will be the next surprise extension or extension in general, excluding Dak Prescott?
Michael Gallup.
Yeah.
Ooh, that.
Oh, wow.
That I don't think he can be extended, right? He has to be after his third year.
So this is third year, right? So he has to finish this year.
To be finished this year. So
okay.
That would, if it was, that'd be a surprise. That's a good question.
Good question.
Whew, that's a good question.
If Gallup is balling out like his first,
do you think he'll get an extension?
He can't do it though till after the year.
Right. Man, so let's say he gets like a 70 catch season, another 1,100 yards. What do you think?
Well, at that point, is it a surprise? The question is, who do we think will be the next surprise?
Okay.
It could be one of those guys.
Jordan
It could
Lewis.
be one of the guys they picked up. Like, they just doing something crazy that we never seen before, right?
But do you think he signs an extension, or is he betting on himself? 27 years old, so if they have a good season, he can get a bigger contract than what Dallas is going to give him.
But that's be one of the reasons why they come up to him and be like, hey, man,
but he going to come up to him with a cheap – that's what I'm saying. Remember, Dallas, when they trying to extend you, they ain't trying to extend you and pay
They're going to lowball you first.
Bread. They're going
to give you the lowest number first.
Exactly. You're going to make less probably in Dallas if you have a great year. Say about week 7, week 8, you're balling. In Dallas, hey, we'd love to extend you for 3-4 years. I guarantee you it's because they know that market's going to be higher than what they're offering you. Is what I'm trying to say.
Well, just to raise the information on that, or the knowledge base on that, how much of a savings did we get for extending Jalen?
He didn't get extended during the year. He got extended
I thought he got extended like during the season or something. Like Jalen Smith.
He got extended in the off season.
I thought I thought it was during the season though. You right?
No, it was at the end of the off season, or before the season started. And that was a surprise, right? But again, just you talked about it on the show. Wasn't Jalen a surprise and LVE or not LVE?
We didn't see that money coming.
No, we didn't. We didn't.
I didn't see no La'el Collins. That's for damn sure. I thought he was gone.
He stepped it up big time at right time.
Yeah, he did.
Because I was crying like, look, put him back inside.
Yeah.
Look at, I was showing all types of highlight tapes.
He's our right tackle now.
Yeah, he's there to stay.
He's there to stay.
I get about a couple more here for us before we get up out of here.
Yeah, I'm sleepy.
Do y'all have any concerns with the See, I'm so used to going on my show, dog. I'm so used to going for like 2.5 hours.
I see you, Skywalker. You go.
I go.
I thought I went. You go.
I be forgetting, yo, because I open up the lines, we just be getting to talk. I'm like, damn,
you be going nutty. 2 hours. You
Shoot,
2 hours and 72 minutes.
Goddamn, he did an all-day show the other
marathon. I would do it again probably this Friday.
I don't know how the hell you did that, y'all. Y'all tripping, man.
Listen, I woke up in the middle of the night to check my phone. It said Law Nation Live. I said, this must be an error, fam. I get on
he said
4 hours and 10 minutes in, and they like, I'm like, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, bro.
They was going. I was sitting there like, man,
I don't believe it.
I don't believe it.
And then I was sitting like, who gonna hang with me? I woke up about 9 o'clock, did another video, and I said like, yeah, the nation.
They like said, we'll go sleep around here, drink your coffee, and let's go.
Facts. I said the super chat.
Yeah, stay woke. Shout out to my dog, Jay Form. He was sitting there like, man, Skywalker's the only
Jimbo,
one
I got you, Jimbo.
To the questionings. Yeah. Tell him what we got going on with the setup. That's the reason why.
What's that?
Oh, my guy, Jay Form, he was saying that you're the only one going over the questionings there, though. You know?
Oh, I'm probably the only one that can see everybody's question. See, the producer I'm privy to the whole every channel and Facebook. I'm looking at everything. So
yeah.
one more here. Can you guys see McGovern or the rookie center both starting this year? I guess left guard center. Yo, if that happens, I will be elated.
What was the question again? I'm sorry.
Can you see McGovern and Tyler Badass starting? I guess McGovern at left guard and Badass at center. I don't see it, but I would love it.
No, yeah, we would all be doing backflips if that was happening.
Here's why. I think then you have what's his name? The other Williams, Connor Williams, as your swing tackle. I would at least look at that. And then you got Looney as your interior swing. Would be a guard, be a left guard, right guard or center. And then Badass, if he can beat it out, he's the guy. But the thing is, if that happens, that means those guys outperformed Joe Looney, outperformed Connor Williams, and that's what you want to see. You don't want to see it handed to him, and I don't think that's going to happen on this team. I don't think you're going to see anything handed to anybody in regards to people fighting for starting positions.
True. I can't even rebuttal.
Nah, you ain't got no rebuttal for me.
Good, man. Okay. I think we good. All right, man. They still up in here. They about 500 still deep up in this thing.
Yeah, because they don't sleep.
The nation never sleeps.
Yeah.
But shout out to those that make the donation, man. I gotta go reach out to those, man. Who it was, Landon again, Weedham Boys, Facebook, man. Check them out. Yeah. They like the quote unquote unofficial official sponsor for the show right now. The late night hype. And Prince, really appreciate you. And my dog, he said he just now found us, man. He was like, man, I found Big King James, Skywalker Steele, Vaj Lombardi, what he was saying, Mark Holmes, Joe Boo. His name is Fatimus Prime, man. Y'all
Fatimus Prime, man.
Fatimus, and
that's that down south, Fatimus.
I'm
pretty sure
that's my dog, Fatimus Prime.
Yes,
and Fatimus Prime. That's my dog.
And I can't say this person, but Giles or Giles. Thank you for making the donation.
Hey, Vosh, I heard you earlier. I heard you earlier talking about. He said Looney hurt his heart when he got slammed by Sue. He can't get over that. So he don't really want to see bad. Big Jumbo Joe Looney. I don't want to see Looney start only because I just want to see Badass or
we want to see the young guys work.
Yeah, like when.
But you know what Looney can do though?
I like Looney, but I don't want.
He can pull. Put him at fullback when he get inside.
But people need to understand he was better at guard.
We like Looney on the move, but like Voch was saying, Looney when he got a bang, he can get pushed back.
There's 2 games I want you guys to take a real good look at.
Philly too. Oh, your boy was working him. What's your boy?
Fletcher?
What's his name? Oh my God!
No. Fletcher was tearing up Xavier Suafilo.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. He was throwing somebody. I can't remember. He was throwing the hell out of him.
No. He threw your boy out of the club.
Didn't he throw Looney though? Or he threw Martin?
Did I say that
He threw
wrong?
one of them.
I thought it was Williams. I thought it was the little young
Ready.
kid.
I don't see. Look, I don't.
He threw one of them jokers like 5 yards.
Folded him up like a wallet, you know.
It was bad.
But look at that Saints game when we beat them. You know, that's when Looney he pulled it. He found some trash. He was just gonna knock over something. And that Detroit Lions game.
Oh, the Redskins game, fam. He knocked somebody on their ass when he pulled.
Let's just put him at fullback at times. You know, you don't start him if you don't want him at starter. You know, just tell him go hit something.
I mean, I just want to see some competition.
Jumbo.
I want to see one of the young guys win it, right? You don't want your third round pick, guard or center, wherever the hell, to ride the bench for 2-3 years. You're not picking them to ride the bench for 2 or 3 years in the third or second round. Now, Tyler Badass, you could wait a little bit. He was a 4th round pick. You traded up for him, so that means you want to see something sooner than later. But man, I would love that. You know, having you know that center, Tyler Badass, that center, and then McGovern that left guard. That means them young bucks are stepping up. And I personally believe that McGovern taking somebody's spot or he making somebody better.
I think McGovern's gonna be good for us. I think he might be not our next great, but I think McGovern's gonna be really good.
Hey, you talked about Looney at fullback. Y'all forgetting, like my man Stevie Mack said, Don Terry Poe, man. Didn't y'all see the players?
I forgot about Poe.
Don Terry Poe got some fridge in him. Refrigerator Perry.
We'll see how the creativity.
You
I
ain't know about that, huh, OG? You ain't know about that, huh?
Yeah, I think it won't be stale.
You know I knew about the fridge.
I ain't think you knew. That's why I was sitting here being quiet.
I know you like.
Are y'all too high on? Are y'all too high on the Rodgers kid, the undrafted rookie? Wide receiver.
Is that the Rhode Island? No, that's Parker.
Yeah,
you got
not
me stumped,
Parker.
Man.
I think his last name Rodgers. Y'all help me
I
out.
told you who I like. I told you who I like.
John Vay.
John Vay. You know I like John Vay. They just wrote an article about him 2 days ago. They was listening.
I'm gonna check him out.
They was listening. Don't forget about John Vay Johnson. They said so. Okay.
Jimbo, I don't know why Jimbo having trouble over there on Facebook, man.
Kendrick Rodgers, yeah.
Said he can't. But Ben DiNucci's making the roster. Go.
Yes.
We're all in agreement.
He's gonna make this thing. They're gonna roll with 3 quarterbacks.
But the crazy thing is, when I was doing
he
my
ain't gonna practice squad.
When I was doing the state of the unit quarterback, my state of the unit address, we talked about Ben DiNucci and somebody, one of the commenters said, McCarthy hasn't kept 3 quarterbacks in a long time, and I'm like, oh, that's new news. I didn't really see when I was doing research. So it ain't as foregone conclusion. But I think he just got something to him. You know what I mean? He got a little something to him.
Yeah. You forgot about 55. It's 55 opposed to 53.
Right, but I think one of them, if I'm not mistaken, has to be a lineman or something like that.
What?
Like, yeah.
I'm going to read these little crazy rules.
Somebody got to read these rules to me, man. But I think one of them has to be a lineman. Could be wrong. Kendrick Rodgers, Texas A&M. Oh, yeah. He was like one of the more hyped up free agents we picked up. All right, man. I think we good, right? Yeah, I'm looking in the comments, all the questions. We pretty much got to them. Make sure, Thursday night, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. We're trying to get closer to the prime time. Daryl Worley, cornerback from the Cowboys, newly signed cornerback, former Panther, former Raider. Going to have him on talking to Cowboys defensive scheme, how he's handling the COVID. And, of course, he said he's ready. If y'all ain't seen his IG posts or his Twitter posts, he said, I'm ready. I'm just chilling, waiting. He's eager.
Yeah, and we got a beard challenge, man. People been hitting me up and saying that, hey, his beard is better. So you guys, you already know we're gonna have to do that beard challenge this Thursday. Let me know who beard is better now. You know what I mean?
I seen the flicks, man.
He's flexing over there now.
I'm just saying you got some comp.
And remember, I cut my beard off. Because
we ain't go to playoffs.
We didn't go to the playoffs, so I got the baby beard, but it's growing though.
We got Sedadrian out of that, so I'll take it.
Sedadrian, yeah.
I'll take it, man. Hey, appreciate y'all in the comments saying great show. Thank you very much, man. Hopefully, next Tuesday, I believe it's George Teague, and then we'll see about Dan. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. I don't really know, but we'll see. With that said, we'll holla at y'all Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. Daryl Worley in the building, the Late Night Hype Squad. Make sure y'all keep rocking with us. Subscribe, like, comment, and what do they got to do if they can't do any of that, Law? Share.
And remember, you share this content and you subscribe to nothing but the best.
Yes, sir.
3 of us. Let's go.
Appreciate y'all. Love you. Peace.
Peace.
I said to all three of us, yes.